Ever wonder what happens when a legendary Western director turns his gaze to the realities of war? John Ford, famed for his sweeping landscapes and iconic cowboys, didn't shy away from depicting the harsh truths of conflict. But beyond the horses and dust, he crafted a unique cinematic vision of war, one steeped in cynicism, tragedy, and a surprising amount of human resilience. Let's explore the 10 greatest war movies directed by John Ford, ranked from good to absolutely unforgettable. Ford wasn't just a director, he was a veteran. He served in World War II, commanding a unit in the US Navy Reserve, and even directing propaganda films. This firsthand experience profoundly shaped his perspective, lending a gritty authenticity to his later war films. Um, and he returned from service with a more complex understanding of conflict, and it shows in his work. Let's begin with number 10, 1928. This early Ford film, while not a traditional talkie, utilized a synchronized musical score to tell a heartbreaking story. It follows a Bavarian family torn apart by World War I, with one son enlisting in America while his brothers fight for Germany. A young John Wayne even makes an early uncredited appearance. Moving on to number 9. It it is sometime it's not just a non-thing. Speaking based on a novel by Philip MacDonald, this pre-code film plunges viewers into the Mesopotamian desert with a British patrol, lost and unsure of their mission, after their lieutenant is killed, in which Boris Karloff delivers a surprisingly nuanced performance, far removed from his monster roles. At number 8, we have 1933. In this pre-code film is a tragic tale of a mother who pressures her son to enlist in World War I rather than marry the woman he loves. It's a somber reflection on sacrifice and the devastating consequences of misguided maternal control. Number 7 brings us to 1950, and part of Ford's Cavalry trilogy. This film reunited him with John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara. While considered the weakest of the trilogy, it still delivers classic Western action and explores themes of family and duty. At number 6, 1940 stands out. Filmed before Ford's military service, this film, based on a play, follows a British tramp steamer during World War II. Its unique visual style foreshadowed the film noir aesthetic that would soon dominate Hollywood. Number 5 is 1955. Based on the life of a career soldier, this film stars Tyrone Power and features Ford regulars like Maureen O'Hara and Ward Bond. It's a touching portrait of dedication, resilience, and a life lived in service. Coming in at number 4 is, well, if that's number 4 is 1945. This film, made shortly after Ford returned from war, depicts the harrowing experiences of PT boat sailors in the Philippines. It's a raw and realistic portrayal of the sacrifices made in the Pacific theater. At number 3, we have 1948, the first film in the Cavalry trilogy, inspired by the life of George Armstrong Custer. It's a cautionary tale of arrogance, ambition, and the devastating consequences of misjudgment. Number 2 belongs to 1955. This comedy drama starring Henry Fonda, James Cagney, and Jack Lemmon follows the crew of a cargo ship in the Pacific. It's a poignant and often humorous exploration of life at sea during wartime. And finally, at number 1, 1949, first X.234. And the second film in the Cavalry trilogy is widely considered Ford's masterpiece. General Douglas MacArthur reportedly watched it monthly. It's a beautiful and moving story of duty, honor, and the search for peace. Ford wasn't afraid to show the complexities of war, the senselessness of violence, and the enduring strength of the human spirit. He didn't glorify battle. He showed its cost. And that's why his war films remain so powerful and relevant today. Speaking of relevance, did you know that John Ford once tried to direct a movie about a talking horse? It was a total flop, but hey, you can't win them all. And with that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye.